So Ben, he just talked about the all in ones that just recently came out with Amazon, Walmart does, with the it comes with the DVD, the 4K, the Blu-ray. And Kyle, you said something very funny that leads us right into our next topic. I think your exact words was, you should see how some of these collectors look when a DVD is included. So that leads us to our next topic, which is actually your topic, shaming collectors for not upgrading or having a bunch of common titles in their collection. Does what another person collect really matter that much?
Shouldn't.
Um. All right. Yeah, I'll let y'all go first. I mean, if y'all
It
want me to go, who
shouldn't.
want to go
Nah,
first?
Cal, go, Cal, go, Cal.
Nah,
Go,
Ben.
Cal.
Ben got something. Ben, no, Ben got something on his mind. Look, his head is shining. He's ready. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ben. Do your thing.
He
Okay.
said it shot.
Okay. Um, should they be shamed? No, they should not be shamed. It doesn't matter what other people collect. But I'm going from the whole comic book realm too. Omnibuses come out, and it's like, unless you have this omnibus with this artwork from Alex Ross, your other one doesn't matter. Or if you prefer individual um comics, it doesn't matter. You need this one. You need this one, and it's like it's getting to a point that if you don't buy the shiniest new item, you're deemed not a collector. If you're still,
It doesn't
take it this way.
matter.
You take it this way. TV shows. If you're a huge TV show fan, most of what you're getting is DVDs, because a lot of them are not on Blu-ray or 4K. And I don't need Friends on 4K. Just give me some of these other TV shows that we don't have on
What's
DVD
wrong with having
at all.
friends? What's wrong with having friends, bro?
I don't need them on 4K. It's the same
I need
Blu.
friends
It's the same.
everywhere, bro.
It's the same Blu-ray. It's the same 4K transfer that was on those Blu-ray discs that are on this 4K.
Oh, y'all talking about the show Friends? Oh no, I don't do that.
Yes.
I'm,
No,
oh,
but
okay, I thought
I'm
you
just
talking
saying, from a standpoint of
Cal.
like Jacoda,
I'm
you
lost.
always joke with me about the Cosby Show, the set I have.
Oh, you
Uh-oh.
said it?
No, no, but here's the thing: we're never going to see something like that on Blu-ray. So the only
said
way
you
you're
never
going to
gonna
get it
see
is
it.
on DVD. And for the
Oh.
longest time, if you collect DVDs,
Pause.
oh, you're not a real collector. Well, what happens if all I want? Maybe that's what's in my budget. Maybe that's
Exactly.
all I can afford until I find them at like half price books for dirt cheap, or online for dirt cheap, or at Goodwill for dirt cheap. Maybe sometimes buying a DVD because you want to see a movie, because you want to watch the movie, is more important to some people than buying the Blu-ray or 4K because of some fancy artwork. Hashtag burn the slips.
Here's my thing.
Hey.
Shaming somebody for their collection just in general is trash. So if anybody out here does that, that's trash.
There's a lot of
Because
people that do that.
because a collection is supposed to be personal to the person collecting it. So whatever they like, that's what it is. Secondly, like if you look at TV series box sets are 1,000 times better than anything that we're currently getting for any TV series. Like the amount of packaging, how they were packaging back in the day, you can't compare it to what they were doing now. Like now, they just give you the case and that's it. Back then, each season, if you buy it separately, they'll have its own case, like the Martin series or the Tales from the Crypt. You got the lenticulars for like the Incredible Hulk. Like they were making the statues of it and stuff. So like the DVD features, I mean, special editions for movies were better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we got steelbooks and stuff, which is beautiful. The artwork on the slips is beautiful. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't shame someone because each collection is your own personal thing, right? Some people want to get it just to get it. Some people do want the upgrade so it could look better. I mean, however you want it, however you want to collect your movies, that's how you want to. But you shouldn't shame somebody. You shouldn't shame somebody for wanting to buy 4K, and you shouldn't shame somebody for wanting to buy DVDs, right? At the end of the day, we're movie collectors. We do like artwork and stuff, but the movies is the movie. So, I shame Cal, yeah, because Cal is different. But outside of Cal, you my bro, Cal. But outside of that,
You about to catch this left. Just saying.
But
You about to,
here goes with something
I know
you
where you
did
be.
say. You did say, Jagoda, about about them upgrading it. I mean, for some people, they even say that the 4K transfers suck.
Yeah.
to the point where, oh, I got rid of my Blu-ray to upgrade it to 4K because it's in 4K only because it has that label, that 4K label on it. And then they say, oh, this transfer sucks. I wish I had my Blu-ray back. Or sometimes this Blu-ray sucks. I wish I had my DVD back.
It's a lot of sucking.
I never experienced that. I ain't gonna front, but what I will say,
You haven't?
your TV plays a big role in a lot of things, right? Like it
True.
does play a big role. Ben was talking the other day about getting the OLED. Hey, listen, it's beautiful. But sometimes, like, yeah, I'm sure the transfers between the Blu-ray and the 4K is not that much. But when it is, it's like, oh my gosh, great. But again, it's some people just want it for the movie. Some people want to see it in its best quality possible. All that stuff is so subjective with a lot of things. At the end of the day, I think as a collector, I get excited to see what other people are collecting. Even if I don't collect it personally, right? I don't have it. It's just exciting that someone gets this, and then you get to see what actually comes out. Like a lot of people now, because maybe they don't buy DVDs, they know nothing about what comes out on DVD, right? So to see somebody pull out a DVD and you're like, oh shoot, like that's dope, and they got good artwork on it. So I don't know. The shaming part is a bit off.
I mean, the shaming comes in all forms, guys. Like, it doesn't have to be exclusive to DVD buyers. Which is weird because we welcome VHS when we see them collectors. They don't get the same shame as DVD collectors, which is a later format. I never understood that, but nevertheless, there's shame for everybody. It goes around very, it's a bullet with no name on it. It hits everybody. But the thing about it is when we feel obligated, and a lot of us feel like, I don't want to say me, but there's a lot of people that feel obligated to, what's the hot item? It's new on 4K. It's a big deal. We've been asking for it, so I got to buy it. Even when they hear that it's trash, it's like, oh, well, I've been asking for it and everybody else bought it. I got to try it out, which is fine. And I understand it was only on DVD, so it's finally coming to Blu-ray. I totally get that because that's usually a jump. Unless they really did a shit transfer, that's usually a good jump. But that's another thing about a lot of people that get shamed about Blu-rays. That's happening too now, where it's 4K only. Like you see them going to these stores and they're like, I don't want that Blu-ray. I'm only doing 4Ks, D-Ray. But the thing about it is it's okay because some of these things are shot, like especially these newer movies, they're shot and they're compressed. So you're getting a 4K transfer compressed on a Blu-ray disc, and it's virtually almost the same. Sometimes, like, all right, your Mavericks, your Top Gun Mavericks. A lot of people hate the Terminator Dark Fate 4K, but that 4K is one of the best. Like, that sound is crazy. If you got it and you know what I mean. Casino was really good, but there's it's far and few between with 4K. Like the jump. Now our jump from VHS to DVD, huge. From DVD to Blu-ray, huge. But that Blu-ray to 4K, very seldom we get one that really blows us away. And it's just, to shame people about it, it's like a thing. You have to get this copy or this edition, or what are you talking about? Well, and then everybody's in their bubble. I noticed that too. Like there are people that are such aficionados, but they don't even know that, DVD still sells. Then they make all these excuses why it sells. Well, numbers. You guys always live and die by numbers. The numbers support the argument. And then they're always like, I hear them all the time, like, well, we should get rid of DVDs. And a lot of stuff we get goes away. There's stuff that only comes, those Shutter exclusives, a lot of them only go to DVD. There's a lot of good movies. RLJE makes a lot of good movies. They only go to DVD. Wrestling, for a long time before they stopped, they only were DVD. Like a lot of TV shows are only DVD. Music videos and concerts, DVD. So we miss so much. Like a lot of horror, DVD. So it's
some of those stay on DVD though, Cal.
But it's just I'm not campaigning like, oh, DVD's the best. No, that's not the argument. The fact is that if that's all we got and that's all we get, it's better than nothing. Because I think ownership is the most important thing out of all the reasons you collect. I think ownership is the number one thing. And also too, I come from the VHS era, guys. So DVD isn't as bad as you guys make it. Like, and neither is VHS. You guys make it like it's some ancient. You got to decode it to see it and shit. I really don't get what. I'm starting to think that people don't have upscaling. They don't even know what that means. Like, and there's a lot of 4K players that don't upscale good. So, which is crazy for the amount of money you're paying for them, and they don't even upscale. But and that's another thing. 4K's discs are always faulty. How many stories have broken about bad discs? Do y'all really remember that happening that much with Blu-rays and DVDs? It just didn't, And I don't know, guys. There's just a lot of shaming that I don't like to see, and
Here's
I don't get it. And if DVDs, like a lot of you guys say, won't they stop making them because it's not exclusive to you or something that you don't care about? They stop making them, guys. This shit all falls because they justify this as a numbers game, and they include all the numbers as physical media whole. When those casuals who only buy DVDs, when them libraries that only buy DVDs, and all these people, when them numbers go away, this shit dead. It doesn't make any money. Like people, I know the community is big and it's small at the same time, but we're small, guys. Like, especially the Blu-rays and the 4K people alone, it's very narrow. So we need it all.
I'm going to say something, and it might get me canceled off of YouTube, especially in this community.
Let me videotape it. Go.
But this is not a shaming the collector thing. This is I'm a content creator shaming other content creators for what they have. More so than the movie themselves, rather than just buying a DVD. Because you could go with someone who doesn't have a channel buying a DVD, and it's fine that they buy it. But you're a content creator on YouTube in the circle of movie collecting, in the realm of physical media. You buy a DVD, you're shunned.
That's bars, Ben. And you know what? A lot of them get this shit for free. They get it for free, and they shaming people.
Said it.
Yeah, you getting free stuff from your viewers. You're getting free stuff from the studios, which is cool. I'm not, there's no. I'm not shaming that.
You told me not to send you any DVDs. What you talking about?
I don't want your DVDs, bro. But anyway, but I'm just saying, like, how you gonna shame people, and then half of the stuff you're getting, you don't even pay for it, And that's another part of it. It's like you're shaming, because there's like this stigma to, you must, if you buy DVDs or if you buy this, or you don't buy new movies, you go thrifting, you can't afford them. No, that's not always the case. Like, it's just it's a lot of weird shit
too, though. Like, it's a lack of understanding, because if you're a person that only collects something, sometimes, like, people think, okay, if the Blu-ray is, let's say, $20 and the 4K is $25, why not just buy the 4K and future-proof your collection, right? And some people don't understand, like, hey, I may want this or this is the only movie, like you were saying, that's on this format, and I want the movie so much that I'm going to buy it. So I think a lot of it comes from, because they don't understand it or agree with it, it automatically is like, nah, that's wrong. Why would you do that? That's dumb.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of movies out there that haven't seen the light of a Blu-ray or 4K that are on DVD that no one will be able to watch it. No one watches because they're stuck in that mindset of it has to be Blu-ray or 4K better. You're 100%. Missing out on a whole world of cinema out there. And if you're a true movie fan, that should hurt you. That should pain you, because if you're a true movie fan, you want to see the movies that are out there, not just these so little collections of Blu-rays and 4Ks here. These are the only movies that ever exist. No, you know how many movies are out there from the early stages of Hollywood to even the 70s and 80s that don't see a Blu-ray or 4K. I mean, you're telling me that those movies are not as good as these ones that are getting them? That's bullshit.
But we come from a different era too, though. We come from a different era, and I'm gonna tell you why. We are used to seeing VHS, right? We're used to seeing VHS. We're used to seeing DVDs. We're used to seeing Laserdisc. Our eyes can see that clearly, right? I can watch a DVD tonight and be like, yes, it's regular. But you take somebody who's only been used to Blu-ray and 4K. It's same thing with video games. I can go back and play the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis. I understand it. But to take somebody who's used to PS4 and PS5 and say, go play a Nintendo, they're going to look like you like crazy.
But they still emulate it on their PlayStation 5. Right. They still emulate it on their Switch.
100%.
It's the same thing.
But they're so. It's like, if you're used to 1080p to go down. No, I'm not. I'm saying that some people, this is their experience. I don't agree with it, but this is their experience. If you're used to this, coming down to this, they're going to call it trash. They're not going to like it. It's not going to be their thing. And then it's going to be a waste. Like, why would you do this when you have this? Because they're used to this.
But that's the point where you say you buy what you buy and you let other people see. We ain't talking about the logistics of what's better, because nobody's going to argue that a DVD is better than those other two formats,
Yeah.
4K and Blu-ray.
That's
We're
not
not
what I'm
arguing that,
arguing either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but we're
Yeah, but it
arguing
goes back
like,
to what I was saying before. Like
but like
it's
he said, movies
because
are
it's
stuck.
different from you.
But movies are stuck, and we're not really talking about the casuals, because most casuals don't care. We're talking about the movie fans and the people with these channels and this and that, and nobody in particular. But this has been going on long before a lot of people. Like it's
Throw a
years
name out,
of this.
Cal. Get
But
going.
I don't have a name, but I just know I see it a lot. But the thing about it is there's stuff stuck on this format, and for you to say that, and you're movie fans, your movie critics, your movie aficionados, whatever you want to call it, and lovers, you're cutting off a lot of material, a lot of great material, especially the horror. Like there's so much horror that's never even made it from VHS. So like honestly, I look at it like that. So I'm happy to get it on any disc format. But I mean, it's not about like which one looks better, because I don't want people to confuse that. Like, what is these dudes talking about? That's not the argument. It's just the fact that movies are here, and if you guys are really about ownership, if you really are fans of movies, you will get it the way you can. It's not it's not a big deal. And if you guys support it, they'll put it out on an upgraded format. But a lot of
But
you guys,
some
let's be real. Some people are just in it for the moment. They're not really in it because they're fans. They're just in it for the moment. You know.
one thing
And
the pandemic
bro,
did,
one more
though,
thing.
the
I'm sorry.
pandemic gave
One more
us
thing.
upgrades.
One more
Yeah,
thing.
it was called streaming, Jagoda.
She got long
No,
hair.
no,
She's
no.
fine. Even with short hair, she's fine. So it's the same thing, bro. Like the movies and DVD, it ain't as good as Blu-ray, but it's still fine. It's fine either way. It's the content, bro. Like it's still the same movie. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But best believe I will upgrade at some point. And that's another thing. If I got it on DVD, guys, guess what? That thing dropping in price before I buy it. I already have it. I'm probably not even gonna watch it for 3 years after buying it. Why would I run out and buy it?
A lot of
Yeah,
people wouldn't be talking about these Maltese Falcons, these Casablancas, if it wasn't for the 4K or Blu-ray format. Those would be movies lost in the annals of time, according to some collectors, because it's only going to be on DVD format, or even on VHS format, or even
Say the
on
name.
film reel.
Say
So
the
it's
name,
like
Ben.
until classics come out on these 4Ks, and they're like, well, this movie doesn't exist, and then it comes out and they're like, oh, this is the best thing ever because it's on 4K. That's where we have the issue.
True lies.
That's where the shaming happens, is with stuff like that.
Right. Like a lot of y'all know True Lies is a dope movie. It is probably a top 10.
That
That's not a
transfer
top
was
5.
garbage.
It's not even a top 5 horror movie. We were just hyping that because that's the thing. When they give us Nightmare on Elm Street, we'll just be like, oh, it's getting to the point. I think Nightmare on Elm Street is going to be the last great collection moment we're going to have as a whole, that everybody's going to be like, oh my god, because it's it. This is the last one. So
True Lies in
but
top 5 Arnold? Whoa.
no, not at all.
That's for the next stream, y'all. We're gonna leave that.
Hold up, real quick. Can we deter this for a quick second? Just we won't even add no add-on. Just a yes or a no. Is it top 5, D-Ray? Arnold?
Hold up before I get my answer. Then y'all two give y'all top 5 Arnolds.